My name is Mr. Anderson, and I am the voice of Written Sins. Today, we're going to be doing an episode of Kickstarter Talk on Thursday instead of our regular day on Wednesday. For those unaware, we had a loss in the indie comic book community this week, a very big one from the passing of Keith Thomas. That is, we took 3 days off, so we're a little backlogged. We're going to try to catch up right now. So why don't we get right into it tonight, not waste any time, and talk about the future of creation. First off, we start every week now talking about how $1 can make a dream come true. It's very simple. $1 towards every Kickstarter tonight will help people get funded. This is done by as they support your project. It goes out through the people who follow them and the people who they've supported wind up getting a message that they've backed this particular campaign, which then hopefully helps you get other people. Plus, it shows there are people who believe in what you're doing. Our pick of the week goes to Butch the Butcher. It's Michael Metlin's Butch the Butcher 4-part comic book series now on Kickstarter. This is part 1. There's a bunch of credits to be given. We're going to go over that in the program today. Never forget to support our veterans by joining the Veteran's Wife on Facebook. We're thrilled to always be supporting them, and we do think that it's the responsibility of every citizen in the United States to somehow help the returning veterans from war. Beware of the Were Spider, now on Kickstarter. We're going to talk about this amazing comic book as the legend of the son of Anis the Spider, and Nisia continues when he must stop a hive of evil were-hornets, bees, and wasps. We're also going to talk about Pixie Dust, an epic fantasy hardcover graphic novel by Russell, who created Monsters and Other Scary Shit. We're going to talk about how those two are now combined, both Pixie and the Were Spider. Red Tide is at high tide now on Kickstarter. Now is your time to back this amazing comic book that is about Trevor Alley and his fight to survive on Buckhead's Island, a lawless community off the coast of Maine. Who knew Maine could be so dangerous? Follow the Wave is a high seas adventure, tale of love and revenge brought to life in a beautifully crafted graphic novel one-shot book. This is a high seas adventure that you want to pack a bag and get on thanks to Kickstarter. Support R4AU and the Autistic Jedi Patch to show your support for autism awareness. We're also going to be talking about how you can get that on one of the Kickstarters currently. And just as a heads up, if you go to their Facebook page, they're doing some exciting new program where they're actually giving away kind of like those mystery boxes you get at Comic-Con. It's kind of cool. Fetish Babies Aftermath is my project, and it's my love letter to the fetish community. We're going to talk more about Fetish Babies Aftermath and the importance of it on the program today. We have PIS, the Paranormal Investigator Showdown. An amazing project brought to life by the Evolutionine brand. You're going to check into the Twilight Hotel on Kickstarter, and you're not going to be able to check out because you're going to be interested in becoming an instant fan of the actual series, and you're going to want to back it. We're going to tell you why and show you some cool stuff. My good friend Philippe Cargno, I think I pronounced it. I forgot to ask him. I just saw him near Comic-Con. Should ask him how to pronounce his last name. But Philippe is on the program with The Few and the Curse, The Chronicles. An amazing story of an amazing redhead. We're going to go more into that today. Dirk Manning has returned, and everything burns this time. That's right, Mr. Reed, Volume 4, Everything Burns, is not only on Kickstarter, but it's setting Kickstarter on fire. Ho! Hacksaw Jim Duggan comes to Wrestling Comics, a comic chronicling the life and career of the 2001 WWE Hall of Famer Hacksaw Jim Duggan, winner of the inaugural Royal Rumble. We're going to find out more about that in a few minutes. We're also saying and talking about if you are one of us, then you are an advocate for indie comics. That's right. By being someone who's tired of the reboot culture, you are going to join us in creating new worlds. Written Sins is the support system for indie comic book creators, and for the fans, it is the home of new creations that fans have been dying for, that challenges and defeats the reboot culture. So subscribe to our main site, join our Facebook group, which allows creators to post their projects information so we can run it on writtensins.com, and like our pages on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, plus subscribe to our YouTube channel. Excuse me. See, it's true. Apparently, if you sneeze, it's true. Replicator 1 and 2 has hit Kickstarter and it's hit it hard. It's caused the creator to even shave his beard, at least half of it. The humanity and science technology violently collide in this post-apocalyptic London. Click here to know more, but we're going to know more by going into it. Let's dive in. We're going to start with Michael Metlin's Butch Part 1. The reason that he is the pick of the week is based upon the fact that I know Michael, and I recently did an interview with a college paper about this project, and they had asked me, with all the violence that's been going on recently in the in our culture, did I feel that the timing was wrong for such a project? And I honestly do not. I think that the timing is never wrong to create a story. I think censorship is dangerous. I even think that people should create things that I don't believe in, and I wouldn't like, and I would hate. I think that's the point of creation, is that sometimes we create things that we don't like each other creating, or stories we don't like. And that's okay. I don't like Twilight. My wife loves Twilight. Good for her. Creation should be allowed, you know, and then debated and then talked about. But by creating these things, we do have these conversations later about their merit and what they mean. I'm a big fan of letting people decide what art is to them and not preaching to anyone. That was the whole point of Written Sins, is that we show you and you do what you do. We picked this because of the energy of the creator, Michael Metlin, who you might know from Kane. He has willed this project into existence. I think he did a fantastic job. His art has definitely matured over the years. I definitely think it's worth giving it a look. It's certainly worth at least $1, but I think you'll invest in more when you read more about Michael Metlin's The Butcher. So check it out today on Kickstarter. It's on our list. We're talking about Iznani the Were-Spider Volume Number 2. Iznani is this fantastic project, and you want to talk about diversity in comics. This is a very interesting, diverse comic. It is takes place accidentally breaking a barrier between the world of theirs, called Monster Kingdom. Iznani, the son of the Iznani, the spider god of stories, accepts the responsibility of releasing creatures of horror into our reality. Villains who want nothing more to cause chaos and mayhem to achieve their own diabolical or selfish goals. With guidance from his father, Iznani not only strives to live up to his father's name, but also reach his own potential while he seeks to discover his individuality and place in the world. This is a great project. I'm very thrilled to be behind it. I haven't backed it yet. I have to. It's on my to-do list. And I'm running out of time here. I've only got 5 more days. So to make sure that we're not missing it, I'm just going to put it back on it. We're going to come back to it. Hold on. I'll come back to it. I won't put it down. But it's already made it. It's not as you were, but I want at least a digital PDF of this. I remember when you give a PDF, when you support someone with a PDF, you're also helping them, because there's pure profit on a PDF for a creator. So if you really want to support a creator, get the PDF. You know, if you don't have a lot of money and you don't want to pay for shipping, get the PDF. And if you really like the book, find them at a Comic-Con and buy it from them there and get their signature, because then you're helping them fund a table. There's a great idea. You're welcome. We're going to talk about Pixie Dust. Pixie Dust is an epic fantasy hardcover graphic novel. Now, for those who don't know, this is actually the 3rd book in what was meant to be a trilogy from Russell. Russell has been working with the other titles, which I'm trying to call up here right now. He's showing some of the print quality, which looks fantastic. This is Monsters and Other Scary Shit. I know Katrina Hates the Dead will be on my Kickstarter, the 1st issue, but there it is. Ichabod Jones and Katrina Hates Dead Shit. Ichabod Jones is the Monster Hunter. This is actually the 3rd in this trilogy. Russell is just absolutely igniting the internet and Kickstarter for that regard about this project, and he's already gotten $20,000. So he's getting to the point where the project will be fully funded. Russell didn't ask for exactly what he needed. He just asked for a minimum base. That minimum base was $15,000. But I think he said $22,000 is pretty much where he clears the entire project, where everything is covered. Because as many of you guys know, if you've seen other creators talk about it, sometimes shipping and other things get in the way, and it does affect us. So this is definitely going to help him. Speaking of helping, we have this amazing, sorry, I don't know why I shifted there. We have this amazing comic book deal. You can get this amazing art. Now check this out. You get this art for just backing the Iznana Web Were-Spider. and pixie dust. You back these two together, your names are on both of them, you get this amazing art for free. How cool is that? You get a physical, you have to back it though, both books on the physical level, just as a heads up. But you'll get this print for free, coming from, I believe Russell's going to be mailing that. But how awesome is that? Back two amazing projects and get a reward for it. Cool, right? Fetish Babies. I don't know why I keep doing that. Fetish Babies is my project, which right now we're on Kickstarter Talk. We should be on Kickstarter Talk. Apparently, I have another one live streaming soon. Let me see if we reload this, if it'll actually show us. If it'll do that cool meta thing where we're online. Oh, we are live right now. That's kind of cool. So there we are live right now. I'm not gonna hit the button because that'll give a weird thing, but we're actually live on Kickstarter. I think we're being watched there. Hello to the Kickstarter audience. So I'll do a whole video about this. Obviously, you guys noticed that we're trying to condense the show today. We're not watching videos, so I'm not going to take much time. What I am going to talk about is the amazing group of indie comic book creators that I brought together for Fetish Babies. The Indie Comics Mega PDF Pack reward level. You have Cowgirl Ninja, No Road Home, The Adventures of Punk and Rock. You have Caesar Crawford's sketchbook, Armor One. You have The Villain. You have Johnny Scotch. You have Josh Dahl's Below Zero. You actually have Russell's Katrina Hates the Dead, which is actually just the short version of comic book. It's not the entire one that we saw before. Jesse Hansen has something coming, and we have two other spots that we're hoping to announce very soon. You got my collection of Fetish Babies, Fetish Babies Aftermath, then they call us Monsters, Jackson Anderson, and what has just gone on recently for the first time ever, Gothic Glue All Lit Up, The New York Reporter, and Dark Justice Burns, all of my original comic books that have never been released outside of New York City. They are now officially out there in the world. Here is the amazing art from Chris Mad. We're going to talk more about Facebook's hate for this project for some reason, and we're going to talk about the philosophy more on a special Kickstarter Talk video, or we'll just do maybe a Spoken Sins about this, where I'll be interviewing myself, I guess. There's the co-creator and my wife, Alyssa Anderson, who's in charge of the art project, and there is me, back when I had bigger arms and muscles. I actually missed those arms. I looked sexy. And I'm not ashamed to say it, but we're going to talk more about this soon. I could always use your support. Due to a lot of things that have been going on, I haven't been diligent with my own project like I would like to be. So I'm not worried because I believe in you guys. I believe everyone who watches this video, who supports me, is not going to let me fail. And maybe it's arrogant and dangerous, but I truly believe that you guys are going to have my back and you're going to share this. So thank you in advance. Red Tide. Red Tide is Red Tide is a crime comic about Trevor Riley and his fight to survive Buckhead's Island, a lawless community off the coast of Maine. Now, when did Maine get so crazy, man? Maine sounds real crazy. He is halfway to gold, just about. Almost there, so that's awesome. He has 12 days to go. We're probably going to be doing another video Tuesday to speed it up. I'll probably I'll try to get maybe a Spoken Sins going sometime tomorrow or something. This weekend is my 11th year anniversary, so I'm taking the weekend off. So it's been complicated lately, but I'm going to try to get some more content out so we can hear more about this. 12 days to go. We want to make sure that we help them get funded. PIS, the Paranormal Investigation Showdown. I don't believe we had this on the show last week, and if we did, it was at the very beginning. This is very interesting. It started off as a smaller idea in the back of an Evolutionine book. It was like a short story at the back of it. So now here's the fuller one come to life. The art is fantastic. It looks very interesting. The early reviews. I actually am going to try to review it. It's been on my to-do list. So I want to get a review done before it runs out so I can put my back and behind it. I've only got 16 days, so I need to get on it. But I definitely am going to try to do that. Twilight Hotel. This is where you check in, and you need to check it out today. It needs a lot of help. We want to try to give it the help it was. A blood-soaked comic book series with a twist ending and a dark humor reminiscent of classics like The Twilight Zone and Tales from the Crypt. This looks very interesting. I'm very excited about it. I already pledged. I believe I got I only got it for $1. So that must mean I have it pledged somewhere else. Because if I back it here for $1, I usually have it somewhere else back for something else. Like I said, it's been a crazy couple of weeks for me, so I'm gonna have to dig in and look at it. But this is something I definitely want to check out. They have a great Rage Hitch teaser right here. The art, it looks fantastic. This is something we need to be sharing and showing our other creators and other fans just how exciting this project is. It's like Tales from the Crypt in comic book form. Get behind it today. The Chronicles of the Few and the Curse from my good friend Philippe Cagneau. This is just awesome. It's about the redhead that we've all fallen in love with through all the different Kickstarters. He's already raised $18,000, which just means he has doubled his goal. He has 20 days to go. We want to see if we can get to 1,000 backers on this because it is that good. This is a great book, and this is an anthology from the team of top comic book creators. So I got to meet some of them at New York Comic Con, and the talent level on this is simply amazing. And you can see there's a great amount of stretch goals. We want to get to 40,000 for that hardcover, which will have solid foil gold stamped in EV spot. So help us out. Help all the fans of this out. Help us get it funded further. Find out what happened in The Few and the Curse. Tales of Mystery is at $20,000 as well. It has almost doubled its goal. 24 days to go. Plenty of time. I want to see this get, like, where's the stretch goal? Here's where we want to, well, we got that. Okay, so that's unlocked. Round 1, here's round 2. Okay, we want the Kickstarter exclusive print. Round 3, we want to push for the reboxes of matches. That'd be kind of cool. The Kickstarter exclusive Everything Burns template print, and then you can get a signed template. Round 4, we'll have a swimsuit pinup. I think that's Mr. Reed in a swimsuit. I don't know. I don't know who it is, actually. Writer, she has agreed to produce and provide everyone with the Mr. Reed Friends and Swimsuit pinup featuring Mr. Reed. Oh, Mr. Reed will have it. Gannon and Charity, yes, you read that right. They'll all be wearing swimsuits. Brace yourself. It's going to be hot. And you have the exorcism kit, so $30,000. Let's get them to around $27,000, excuse me. Let's get him to $30,000 just so he has to make more stretch goals. Force Dirk to work harder. I don't think he's working hard enough. So support the hell out of him. Teach him a lesson. Make him keep making more goals. Tell him that's not enough. We want to see blood written. We want it in Dirk blood. Or at least blood of demons, or something, you know. Maybe a veil of Dirk blood. Make him a little paler for a little while, as he's got to give up so much blood to all of his fans. I am kidding, of course. Dirk's an amazing creator. Definitely support him. I've been on this project. I think I'm actually in this book, yeah, I might actually be in this book. My character, I backed to be in the book, so I think I'm in this one. That or I'm in the Nightmare World. I forgot which one. But either way, these are fantastic things. It's definitely something to jump onto. I wish I had more time to talk. I've got something to do tonight. I've got to go spend some time with my niece who's cheerleading. So we have to cut this a little short so I can introduce the last two, which have just been added today. Hacksaw Jim Duggan comes to Wrestling Comics. Oh, that's right. For those of you who grew up in the 80s, this is Hacksaw Jim Duggan, the 2x4 wielding wrestler who caused chaos everywhere he went. It's not like WCW when he had that foam one that we were all so disappointed by that he actually had to try to straighten when he hit someone. That was horrible. This is the real Hacksaw Jim Duggan. This is an amazing book that we're all looking forward to. I've been talking and hearing about this for months, and you can see some of the people in this actual book have been covered before, as that's right there. Who do we got there? That's Volkov, who had his own book. So we look forward to this. They've done an amazing job of covering these different creators. I can't wait to see if I can run into Hacksaw maybe at a show coming up soon. This is, of course, from my good friend. This is from Inverse Press, but my good friend is the writer on it, John Crother. Vito Pazzini, I believe, is the... Oh, who is Vito? Vito, I don't want to say... Vito, these are the creators, but he's an illustrator. And yeah, okay, so he's the illustrator, and I think that Rich is the co-writer. So yeah, either way, an amazing team. We've been doing amazing projects before. I'm actually surprised they don't have a bundle pack of all the different wrestlers for you guys to catch up. I'll have to reach out to John. Oh, here it is. Wait a minute. You guys can actually get some, it looks like some stuff. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Hacksaw. I'm going to ask him why he didn't have that. I'll actually ask. I'll reach out to him. And we'll see. Maybe he can make a new level for that. So I'll pass the suggestion along. And finally, we have Replicator 1 and 2. This is from Robert Arnold, who actually shaved half of his beard when he got 100 backers. Talk about being very motivated. He's kicking my ass in Kickstarter. He's already almost got 3,000. He's got 100 backers, and it looks like an amazing project. You got the minimalist cover. It's a parental advisor. I guess I should put that on my books. But it looks great. It looks fantastic. I definitely look forward to reading my copy. I'm just looking at some of this for the first time myself. It'll be on our site today. I only got told about this on Monday, and for everyone who knows, Monday was a long day for me and Indie Comics. We lost a good friend and creator, and we've been feeling it this week. But this project looks amazing, so I'm definitely excited to be part of not only promoting it but backing it. That has been Kickstarter Talk, where we've been live on Facebook, we've been live on Kickstarter, and we've been live on YouTube. Join us next week as we go live again. We might do something tomorrow, more than likely about fetish babies, but we'll also do a Q&A if you guys have any questions, not just about Kickstarter, but about any other project. I'll actually reach out to the creators and get you the answers you guys desire. So reach out to us. Thank you for tuning in, and stay safe. And just as a closing thing, because of the recent passing of my good friend Keith Thomas, take a minute today, reach out to someone that you haven't talked to in a while, that you've been meaning to talk to, and take the opportunity to say hi and just check on them. All right, guys, we will see you next week with the full program on Wednesday as normal. It won't be a shorter version. And maybe we'll do something on Monday to update, because I know a couple of these are finishing soon, but we'll talk about some creators this weekend. How's that? But we'll be on a little bit tomorrow, and expect to hear from us on Monday. I'll talk to you all soon. All right, YouTube, we're signing out of YouTube now. We're off of Kickstarter.